want coming through on my stereo. That's not working either. So we're going to try it one more time. Oh, come on. There we go. Circling on my computer. Okay, now, somebody can hear me. Please say something in chat. Please. Y'all can't hear me say something. If it doesn't work this time, I'm just going to have to just do how I used to do it. You heard me. Yay. Apparently, my box for my speakers on my stereo on my computer doesn't work. So I was trying to hear it through there, and it would not give me no sound. So this is crazy. I never had that happen before. I actually had to reboot the phone like 3 times. 84 Philly. Don't know what caused it. That's okay. Let's see if we got it more straight up. Those are the curtains my sister made me in the background. Okay, there we go. I don't know why it did that. As I was listening, while I was eating my supper after I got off of work, I was watching Netflix, and I had sound on that. I don't know why it quit working that way. Well, at least my dryer stopped, so you don't have to worry about listening to the dryer in the background. Chill boat. So I keep wanting to find dye chips on the kill boat in this area, the covered area, and have yet to find one. I don't know if any exist. Now there's a Philly. Today I woke up at noon. I didn't feel like going no place. So I got up, ate breakfast for lunch. But before I did that, I was cleaning my coffee pot and the bottom just dropped. The bottom broke off. It broke off. Thank God I had the old coffee pot from the Mr. Coffee. Now I have to order one from Black & Decker, but I don't know, I'll make it the Mr. Coffee one. You know, Black & Decker the glass was kind of thin. 24, another kill boat. So we're looking for silver, buffaloes. I have yet to find a beating nickel. I know some people have. There's the 63. It's a black, some gunk on it. It's a Philly, but I don't know if I'm going to need that one or not. And put it off to the side. If I don't need it, I just send it back to the bank. Boy, look at that 2006. It is worn down. I've noticed this at my bank. If a nickel is too much damage or worn down too much, it will not take it. Wow. Well, you know what? I took some money out of my 401k and I may use 500 of that. I may alternate Star Note. I may do $500 hunts like you do. Something a little bit different for my channel besides coin collecting. Probably do the same format you do. Do a strap and show what I find in the straps. And I got some board notes. I bought some. But to find them at these days, that's pretty great. My problem is I can't carry a box of quarters and a box of $50. I can barely carry a box of nickels out to my truck. I meant to grab a new bag to put these papers in. I forgot to do that. So right now I'm just separating the old style from new style. Scanning the new style. There's an 88 Philly. No, I'm not checking the back of these for die cracks. Just realized I've not done that yet. 76 Denver. I already saw a 76 Philly come through. And no, at least I have that date to fill out. To find a proof would be nice. This is an older nickel, I think. 57. Denver. This is 56, right? Yep. So we have 54, 56, 57, 58, and a 59. Pull those down a little bit. So that one's sticking out. Oh, there's a piece. Okay, here's what happened. I first started the stream, had no sound, kept doing sounds. Finally, Quinn Anxiety said he heard me, so I knew I fixed something. Hurry boot the phone a couple times. I found a 54 and a 57 just now. That's just the oldest nickels. I found a couple of 63s. I got new books to fill out. So when I back check these, I'm going to fill out the books, and then I do a video on what I found. Then I'm going to spend the rest of the week. I got some more videos to make. I got one more video to make from Dirty Waters, from what he sent me. It's all the die chips and the letters. I got these to back check for die chips on the beehives, letters, etc. And some stuff they got here recently. Today I got in the mail. I paid $39 for MS64 Franklin $half full bell lines. So just the retail price for the PCGS is $46. And the plus is like $48. But this is so that's nice. I finally got a full bell line. That's an integrated slab. And one guy bought 3 rows of copper coins from, plus the 3 I got from. He sent me 3 more free because I told him I was going to make a YouTube video out of his 6. So now I got 6 rows to do a YouTube video for him, and I have to let him know and whatnot. So I'm going to be busy the next few weeks making a lot of videos to get caught up. I'll get another box of nickels this Friday. Coming up, the following Friday, I have an eye doctor's appointment, so I'm probably just going to grab just 10 rows of quarters, maybe 11 or 12, if I have enough money to get 12, whatever. To look for areas that people wrapped up. I asked them if they give me a box of quarters, and I just come in and get the 10 I need each week. Oh, 60. That is a Philly. It's got some steps on it too, so we're going to keep that one. It's 3 of those. A little bit of grease strike through in that 2005 Denver. Almost need 2 just for that stack. When I get paid on Tuesday, I'm ordering a whole slew of nickel rolls, the tubes. So I just fill them up with beehives like crazy. The redownload software, so retype everything up for the website I want to do, dedicate to beehives and dye chips. There's a nice 21. So we'll be going back to these, picking out the nice ones. And I'll pull out my other Jefferson Nickel books. I know some are not completely filled out. So the hunts coming up will be to try to fill those out. I really want to fill out the rest of my first 4 books, the Jefferson Nickel series, to put all the silver in it so I can sell those on Whatnot. Maybe get some key dates put in there, or semi-key dates. I do want to do $500 worth of ones every now and then. Thank you, Milk. Mike Torres. Okay. You find anything yet, Coin Anxiety? So this is my first box of this year. I don't do all these people do like box 96 for series 2. It means they've been hunting nickels for a long time. Fill out a book. No, I'm not going to do that. Each year is going to be a brand new box. I don't do it. I got enough books I can fill out. I'm not buying any more of the first year Jefferson books, the book number 1. If I find the 50Ds, I can fill those out. I got 2 books with the 50Ds. Still need the Philly 1950 for some of those books. That's considered a semi-key date also. Now I do put out the 24 Denvers. There's a 64 Philly, decent shape. The 2009s. I need some more of the Philly 2009s. I got several of the Denver Minute ones at 2009. I do find those more often than do the Phillies, which is kind of funny because I'm on the Philly side of the Mississippi River. By about 6 miles as the crow flies. Don't know where that one is, but just put it over there. Six. Sometimes I can't see what they look like, so I am going to scope if it's a new one, they're going to get scoped, especially if they're dirty. It's a nice 1982 Denver, but it's got a few remains of the steps, not much. This one I probably will put in like a Whitman album or a Densco or whoever that's got the double-sided. We can see both sides. Yeah, I watched a guy at a coin shop sell all of his silver for about $6,500. And a bunch of the dimes got sent off. There's a guy stacking and packing Was it last year? I think either May or April. He was finding silver, 1 2 silver about every other roll. I think the one sit down or well, I don't know if it's 1 or 2 boxes hit over 100 and something 40 percenters and about 20 90 percenters. A few walkers, a few Benjis were up in there. A bunch of 64s. Now I do check with all the coin shops when they I always ask for the 1970 mint sets to get the Denver 40 percenters. Right now I got 3 of those. One's kind of milky white, but it is 40% silver. It's still in the original mint packaging. This year I'm going to be a little bit more conservative on what I buy and whatnot. I want to go to Tulsa, plus owe money to my mom and dad for my truck. So yeah, plus I get to work on my dad's truck, so I buy him some money on his Discover card for that while I was driving it. So most of these are new style coins, which is really, to me, it's kind of odd. Those are 70S, a very nice 70S. It's not a proof, I can tell you that much. Put gloves back on. My fingers are getting dirty already. 74. Yeah, I was having that issue with my mic on the cell phone. My laundry got done. I know it's every time I go to the bank, I do ask the bank if they got $50 for me to look through. Every now and then I get lucky and I get one silver piece here and there, but it's not often. Oh, look, we got second year Jefferson nickel. 39. Okay, this is where I get confused. This is a 39 Philly. I think this is a reverse of 38. I don't see no doubling in the letters. I do believe this is a reverse of 38. So we got a second year Jefferson nickel on the board. No, I didn't check for. I can't remember what years. Yeah, it's a legit. I don't see nothing to make it look. Got some details left in it. You can see a little transom above the door in the middle, a little bit of the windows. Right there. So yeah, that's a nice one. I think last year I was at my mom's about this time of year and I came across the 39S. In fact, I gotta get another binder for my finds for this year. Who knows? Maybe we might find silver if I find that. Wouldn't that be something? There have been silver right behind that 39 nickel. $64. Denver, 9 RPM. I've memorized RPMs on nickels that I can find so far. Now, there might be some out there nobody's found yet, but 2000. Oh, we got a 55. So we increasing the 50s. Denver. I good thing got this nickel mat right here from Couch Collectibles. See DDOs. I'm trying to see if he's got low managed coins. See, he's got 38. He only lists the 38 DNS, 39 DNS, and the 1950D. He doesn't list none of the semi-key dates. In fact, I need to clean this mat, so I'll probably be changing this mat out and put the big one back down. Which means I clear off my desk to do that. Killboat. Still no die chips. See I'm at, but my bank can get them. Actually, I did the $50 one time, and over half of them were marked with a Sharpie. So I got a little icing container, put 9% rub and alcohol, and watch that stuff just come right off the coin. And some of the coins look better, too. The luster came back and everything. I hate when people mark up the coins. So whoever marked them up, got them back again. As they go back through the system, my bank doesn't roll their coins. Loomis, or is it Brinks? I think Brinks services them here, my credit union. And they service the machine. So I know they come by once a week to empty out the machine. They take it back to the office down the Orleans to re-roll. Sort every coins out, roll them up. Here's a nice 88D. Looks like this came almost out of a mint set almost. And tomorrow, I'm not going to do anything with coins. I am going to go to a place called Little Wars, place on BattleTech. Now again, tomorrow night from working, I will probably start back checking these coins, sorting them out, putting them into the new folders. This is 65. I don't have one of those yet, so we're going to pull that one out to the side. Some of the 60s I'm pulling out because you just don't get them that often, like the 64 Denvers. That's why I don't keep the 64 Denvers or Phillies. I mean, if I see one that looks nice, I might keep it. Just check against the books. Okay. That is a nice 88 Denver. I'm going to keep that one out. So I don't have to look for it. There are some banks here in Baton Rouge that will not order $50 for you. I found that out. Let me put a green patina for the war nickels. I just don't see them. Nice 95. Got some damage to it. I'm going to put it back in probably. Yeah, when I go back to these, I'm going to separate out by dates and mint marks and then look at them. Let's say I already picked one out like I just did that one nickel. The only way I start another book, one Jefferson nickel book, if I find a 38. That's the only way I'll start another one. Okay, it's got a well death on that one. Yeah, right now I'm not just checking for errors. I just want to separate them. But I am looking for the older nickels. So on the older styles, I keep scoping them. If I had steps, I would keep it. Yeah, if you have partial steps on 82s and 83s that I've kept. So if I know back then in 82 and 83 they didn't make mint sets, I would have kept the nickels I got in chain. Yeah, hindsight. Denver, that was all beat up. Got a little bit of steps left on that one. 88. Okay. So how many pre-60 nickels I got? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. 12 pre-60 nickels. Then you count the 60, 61, you can add another 5 to that count. If I can magically make one app that solves a huge problem, I don't know. If I can make an app to solve a huge problem. But an app just make everybody get along without having to worry about wars and stuff. That would be it. An app for world peace. That's a good question. That really was. Another thing I'm debating about, but the half dollars, can't get the rolls. The rolls already been spoken for, is getting the bag. I see what the price is for the bag of those half dollars, because those going to become very sellable. In fact, I'm going to call the mint. See if they already sold out for the 2026 mint sets, because I tried to reserve 2 sets. Got 2 proof sets reserved. Pacific View. I got to start a second stack. That stack's a little bit too tall. I don't keep them. I just like seeing how many I find. If you haven't been in here before. So it looks like Coin Anxiety is going to have a new video on star note search for this year coming up. As you said, he was searching star notes while watching me do this. Now, believe it or not, the 73 Philly, you know, they made billions of these. They're hard to get a hold of. Really, and here it's funny how that works. Some liquids you can't get even on that side of the river for that mint. This one. Sorry, I hit the camera. Cell phone, I should say. Let's get it back. So did anybody find anything interesting if you roll hunt? I got about 8 quarters put in my book for last year. I found one double die on the quarters. That was the Saltwater Bay. I found 003. One. 86. $78. You're gonna have to give me a sip of my Coke Zero here in a second. So my Saturday nights when I get off is I like to go get chicken fingers, and I go to Raising Cane's. Is anybody here gone to Raising Cane's? $77. You know, I could get, every time I go to the coin shop on Sherwood Forest, they got, right now they got the painted quarters, the state quarters. Actually, I got a guy at work who, every time they go on a trip, to these national parks, he wants the state quarter and the state park painted. So I go on the Littleton's website. He gives me $25. I get what he wants. I get bonus points for free coins down the road. That's a 61. Denver, and that may be on RPM. I'm just not zoomed in enough to find out. So, like, there's a 52. All right. I got one older than 54 now. What mint mark we got? Nothing. We got a Philly. Somebody put an X across it, too. I actually sold a first year D nickel with a hole drilled in it. I paid $8 for it on Whatnot, sold it for $10 or $12 on Whatnot. So it kind of broke even after fees and shipping costs. But it was getting a little heavy. So let's see. A Nikon 50s I need a 51, a 53. Yeah, I need a 3 and a 1. Now I count 50s to have at least one. If I get a 50, then I have one for every date. But I need a 3, I need a 51 and a 53. Oh, wait, what is that? Wait. What's this? 51, 52, I found it. That's 52. Yeah, I need a 51 and a 50 and a 53. Have one for each year of the 50s. There's another shop I go to that's out here near my house. He sells on Amazon. He sells supplies on eBay and all that. Like the Gourd Help boxes for your nickels and pennies and all that. He sells them for like $15. No, $18 on those sites. But yeah, if I go and buy them from him at the store, they're like $12. Or it's $2 off or $3 off. But those dealers, they get those boxes at a deep discount. It's a nice 87. It's got some steps on it. I'm pulling that one out. That one's getting pulled out now. Oh, that one's damaged. Yeah, I know. Now, if I happen to spot a beehive on back of these newer nickels, I will be showing that. I haven't spotted any yet. Sometimes I can spot them from, if they're big enough, I can see them without using the magnifier or the coin scope. But most of them I'm not looking for them. If I see one, I will scope it. Or if I think I see one, I will go ahead and scope it. So 83 Denver. And got some steps. It got a lot of damage. Something green on there. Yeah. I'm gonna get some other containers for doing this, so I can put like the Denvers in one, Phillies in one, and these newer coins. The Denvers, the only thing I'm looking for are the low mintage years. Occasionally you might find something with one of them, but not often. So 70S. I don't know why I like keeping the S ones. I don't understand why I gotta finish it. I guess because that's those 3 years that they were business strikes. That's why I want them. I need to go back and look at them with RPMs. That's what I really need to do. $77. Now, tomorrow night, Sunday night, holidays got me thrown off. I will not be live on YouTube unless I decide to hunt these pennies. I haven't decided if I'm going to do those yet or not. So I do have videos I still need to make, put out. Probably start back checking the older styles, put them in that book, in those books. Oh, I missed one of these. Pacific. The Pacific View, or Joy, whatever you want to call it, is leading in the commemorative coins for those 2 years. Well, this is number 41 of the box. I'm finally getting down to where I can lay them flat and look at them. I found out last week, because where I set the box at, it's up on top of the container I take the change back to. If I don't lay them down flat after the first half, the box falls over. The rolls go everywhere on the floor, so I got to pick them up. And now I'm starting to lay them down flat. There's a Denver one. I was hoping it has some steps on it. So we did find that off the partial tilted collar strike last night. That was a nice little find. If it was in better shape, I would list them on eBay to sell. Some people consider the error coins on whatnot. Some people can't. I'm one that can't. I like my error coins. So if I do a box this weekend, the following weekend, it's going to be quarters only because I'll probably be selling on whatnot that Saturday morning. Probably. I haven't decided for sure yet. I need to do at least one sell a month. I got a bunch of individual proof coins. Mostly a lot more pennies. That was dirty. 69 Denver. I got a nice one pulled out on those. So I'll probably start back checking these tomorrow night for errors and varieties. Okay, we'll keep that one out too. That's 3 I kept out. I put those in the books after I take my shower tonight before I go to bed. $62 Denver. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that one out. I know I can pick them back out, but sometimes it's easier to keep them out. Go and put them in the book while you got them out. I just can't believe the mic was not working on YouTube. When my speaker's not working, I tried listening for sound through my headset. That didn't work. So I think my little white box that connects in the back of the computer, connect everything up to, I think it's fine shot. It's about 20-something years old. Go get another one. Keeps me from having to reach around in the back to plug stuff up or unplug stuff. Denver. Tell you what, though, if you want to make tips with some of the newer coins, if you see the nice shiny ones from like 20 on forward, I'll be making rows of those. I may start doing that again. So as I get them, I want you take a lot out of the box because I like to go back in and have the $100 or plus to get the next box of nickels or the rows of quarters that I want to get. What I am looking for, and I saw, I think may work. There's a 64. Denver Brothers got some gunk on it. It's like a little hand cart. You see like these drug sellers in the doctor's office have, but they got one that's got a lift on it. So I'm thinking if I get that, I can actually get quarters and half dollars, use that to roll out, because it's got a big wheel on there to make it easy to push, and it can lift stuff up into your vehicle for you. I forgot how much it was. That's the way I'd be able to do a box of quarters or half dollars. When my son still lived here, that wouldn't be a problem. You know what we're going to do after this? After I do these rolls, we're going to have my last copper hunt from 2026. These are all wheat cents and die cracks. I'm going to go ahead and do a wrap up on that. See how many wheats I had. I think I had 10. I was up to 10 Wheaties. Last box I got from the bank. There's a young guy that works at a Circle K a few miles away from me. He wanted to get into coin collecting, and he's asking about wheat cents. So the next time I went over there, I bought him 2 rows of Wheaties. Which I buy those at $4, and I sell them for $6 on Whatnot. Don't search them. Buy a little $4 bags. Only thing I do is go through, take up the coals, place them in my bulk stock. Make sure everyone has at least a still cent in there. And I sell them. And I sell them, they come vacuum packed. I've actually had bought pennies before from some people, and the rolls just explode in shipping. I mean, they do put in Ziploc bag, but it's not a fun thing to do. Let's see what time it is. 11:30. No, we might finish this by midnight. Be nice off this year with the Buffalo nickel too. It was crazy, with the dateless Buffalo nickel last year. In fact, I got some more in the studio you need nick a date for. I need to pay the guy for those. I'm just gonna wait till I get caught up on bills and stuff at the beginning of this year. Because we got Amazon Prime coming up. I had a run tonight to this apartment complex. They made two different orders, like 3 minutes apart. They ain't paying basically $9 in delivery fees. And making one order for both guys and only paying it one time. They did tell me $250 on each run, but I said, guys, do you realize y'all just paid double for delivery fees by doing it like this? He said, are you sure? I said, yeah. I said, look, I showed him the receipt. So next time, well, the guy that ordered was not from here. He didn't know. But with any Domino's, if you order to the same address, two different orders, you're going to pay delivery fee each time. Oh, we got 5 more rows left, and I'm going to call it. No. I was going to do the pennies at Domino's tonight looking for the 2009s. Domino's stores and mine is a franchise, and they're actually getting pennies from the franchise office. So I was using my coin roll hunt to keep the store in pennies, nickels, and dimes. Well, they found out what was going on. They put a stop to nickels and dimes after I told them I couldn't get them no more pennies. But then they get their pennies from the office of Gulf Shores, Mississippi, or Mississippi. They're Mississippi. So that's where they get their pennies from. Because the businesses can still get the pennies from the federal branches, but they order from the federal branch to get the pennies, not from the bank. Now, my bank is taking customer wrap rolls, and that's how I got those 20 rows of pennies, because somebody brought in a bunch of pennies. They had no more room. They tried all the other branches, and everybody was filled up with customer wrap pennies from the holidays. So, those are rolling marks. That is not a wood grain. Oh, coming on to the last 5 rolls. Oh, 10 people. Thank y'all for coming in. Some of y'all may still be traveling or getting ready to travel home tomorrow. We took it long. You know, some companies, they close down for the last 2 weeks of the year through the January, New Year's Eve stuff. There got some architecture firms here in Baton Rouge that do that. Denver. Buying a lot of the specific ones this go around. Last week I think it was the Buffaloes. That's one. These I usually check back first. I got 2 tubes of $50 at 40% in a safe. And sometimes I will go buy a mint set with the 40%ers in them. Okay, about I might do. I need to go start doing that. Starting with the 65 SMS sets. I've got 266 SMS and 167. Actually, I need to replace the ones in my book with those. I got the standard business ones. I need to get the SMS ones. Somebody in my last show was asking if I had any SMS sets. I forgot I had 266s. Nothing there. We may get skunked on silver on this box. Trust me, all I know when I see the silver, you can't miss a mint mark even with my eyesight. Hey, we got a 51. Cool. What year? I mean, what mint mark? Philly. Cool. 53 and a 50. I went for each year of the 1950s. Well, that one's all tore up. $19.98 Denver. But I was going to go with the damaged coins I got below my desk. Pacific View. Tell you what, look for those double dies on those things is very, very subtle. You got to get in tight in with your scope. Hello. I actually got some Egyptian money from Egypt. I even have a half-inch silver round from y'all and some paper money. So it says you're a doctor? What kind of doctor are you? Are you an educational doctor or Do you collect U.S. coins? One thing I'm wondering is when they're going to release the dual date nickels into circulation. $15. Even though dirty, I got a scope. $84. That was a good year. I got coins from all over the world. Just put the last two rolling nickels on my tabletop. This actually used to be my drafting desk. Got a new table, so I brought this one home. We're going to throw them away, so brought it home. So, good chance we're going to get skunked on silver, but if we don't, that'd be a good thing. If we do, we'll just try again next week. Now that's a nice 64 damper with some steps. That was going in the book. Just a piece. Everybody's welcome here as long as you keep everything respectable. Don't put down anybody. I will warn you one time if you do. It's a nice 83. Just not enough steps. Nah, it's got to stand up there. $73. One of anxiety, hey, love to find star notes. I guess to see his video in the morning, unless he posts it Monday morning. I just learned I can do a video and delay it for like up to 4 days off or something before I want it to go out. Or if I have like a membership, you do members only viewing first. Then like 2 or 3 days later, you can have it show up automatically. I don't want to get shot. Yeah, one more row, but we're going to probably end up getting skunked on silver nickels. I'm still hearing fireworks. Okay. Last row nickels. Oh, okay. That'd be cool. No, sometimes I don't have time to comment on videos. I just get you a thumbs up. Because usually I catch your videos when I'm getting ready for work in the morning. Or I catch you on the way to work. I just listen to over my truck speakers to either YouTube, Bluetooth connection or USB connection. Before. That's 70S. A little splitting going off right there. Look at that little die crack run right on the edge of that rim where my fingernail is. Never seen that before. It's in 70 Denver. The Pacific View. '80 Philly. The Pacific View. Nice Denver. Look at the toning on it. Got the coat wheel, lost a little bit of toning action on that one. Well, another Pacific one. It won. It's about, I have to do almost 2 full rows of the 2004-2005 series between all four combined. I almost need to have a box on reserve hunted. I know I'm taking back at least a box every time I go back to the bank. Because but I get so much change because I spend cash. Convenience stores all the time, sometimes at the grocery store. Well, we got skunked on silver. So, since I'm already live, we're going to go to this. This is the last box of pennies I got from the bank back in November. And we got some Wheaties in here. We got some die cracks. So we go through them all. This is going to be a wrap up with a 2025 pennies. 24 Denver. We got some doubling in the initials right down here in LB. So that's why I kept that one. And if you look, I can't show you because I put a shadow across it. So I'll use this. Got doubling right along in here. I just have to look it up. But those initials are double, so the JFM. 95. This is an off-center misaligned die strike. See, the back is nice and center, but look at the front. And it's not a tilted collar either because it's not that deep. It's just a misaligned die strike on that one. 1934 Wheatie. Some damage across Lincoln's face. Why I keep 21? We got a spike head. You see the die crack right through here. '37 Wheatie. 2009 Denver presidential years. Don't know if there's any double die obverses, but we did have some black splotches going on, but we did get a 2009 on that one. Then we got another 1937 Lincoln Cent. 1919 S. This is a little bit harder to find. And it's P1. Maybe an F2. So there's 4 Wheaties so far out of that box. Here's the next one. A 40 Denver. That's 5. We had got a cabin. The 2009. Maybe some slight doubling in at RTY and Liberty. On the Denver one, I gotta verify. I haven't looked these up yet. Another Phillies and double die all versus. In 83, slight die crack in the lower right corner of the Lincoln Memorial Building, right there. Another 1983. This time it's on the left side, lower corner. The die crack. '2020, we got this is considered a spike head. We got a die crack running right here, just west of the W. Got another cabin, 2009. Somebody's big fingerprint across it. There's 3 of those so far. Another spike head, but this is pretty cool because it runs right to the W, crosses hair, right at the edge of the hairline onto the skull or the temple area. There's another Wheatie we found, 1923. That gives me 6. Here's number 7. 45S. This box produced a good bit of wheat cents. So that's number 7. Tell you what, let's do these in groups of 5s. Easier to keep track. Another 83. The die crack right through here. What's cool about this, no zinc is showing. Usually when you get that big, the zinc starts to show up. Another 2009. Professional year. So that's 4 2009 so far. Here's another Wheatie we got, 1941. It's in pretty bad shape. This box produced a lot of Wheaties. Here's a 1930. '53 Denver. That's 10 of those. There's another 21, Denver. Don't know why I kept this one. Oh, we got some slight doubling in the letters down here. We're going to find anything on any website on that one. So that's going to get, probably send those off to get verified. I don't know yet. There's another 24. Little spike head. Running right through the W. This the common area for the spike heads up here. You got some slight doubling. Also on the G, the O, the D, the N. We trust. And slight doubling in the numbers. It's not as strong as the 002, but it's very close to it. So I'm going to have to send this one off to the guy because it is a spike head also. I remember I got to send that one off. He may declare it a 002. I don't know. I need his point of view. Here's a nice long die crack right alongside the I in America. To the corner of the building. The other professional, 2009 Denver. How many is that now? 5? Hello, coin collector Grady. Very funny, Phil guy. So wrapping up my last penny hunt of the year for 2025. And we're up to 11 Wheaties. Oh, one box so far. Got some cool die cracks on some of these. Here's another massive one on the I in United to the corner of the building. There's an 87. A slight die crack just right up in here. This seems to be a weak point of the design for the zinc sense. 88. I thought maybe this was a reverse of 89, but it's not. So I think this one's just going to go into the pouch. Here's the rest of the wheat cents. So 40 Denver. 52 Denver. 58 Denver. Another 50. And least but not last, 51 Denver, a total of 16 wheat cents in one box. That is going to be, the cost is going to be, well, right now you got the melt value, which I think a 50-cent piece is probably between $35 and $40. The condition and the grade is going to affect those coins. But the melt value is probably about $40, $50. Somewhere up in that range. You can go to PCGS.com, look it up, and they have pictures of all the coins that they've taken pictures of. You kind of give you an idea of what a graded coin would cost. So if it says, because silver is up so high, you can't really go by, like, if it says $18 and say cut that in half of the price, it's going to be the melt price of the silver for that coin. That is right, about 50 times face. Depends on the coin shop you go to. So the next thing I got to do, these are the wheat cents I found this year that I did not put into a book. Last year, I can't put into a book. A drawer like this was almost filled up with 244 wheat cents. So I'm going to call it a night. It is after midnight. Don't want to stay too much later. I do need to go to bed. Yeah, Dubai is about 40 times face. That is correct. But like I said, if it's depending on the condition of the coin, I don't know what it would actually be. You have to look it up, the price guide. Look at the photos. Compare your coin to the photos. You look for that number on the price guide and see what the graded price is. Now, if it's over a couple $100, if you get verification from a couple coin dealers, I would say get it graded. But realize you have to buy a grading fee, a membership fee. Depending on what level, you get anywhere from 2 to 6 vouchers for free grades. If you're not too sure, the cheap route is go to Annex. Anything from 1950, is it 45 on back? I forgot what year it is. Maybe 1950 on back is $14 a coin. Anything older than that is $16 a coin. Plus shipping and insurance. So you can always go at the Annex route and see what they're great at. Let's say if it comes back a 45, you can knock 2 points off, 2 to 3 points off of that for a PCGS NGC. $2 lower. So yeah, that's what I would do. If you want to know for sure, send off to Annex. Cheapest way to lose money. Take a membership fee. The lowest level is $140 a year with 2 vouchers. So to get your money back, you have to send at least 8 coins. I think it was 8 coins. Somebody figured it out. Hit an MS66 or higher to get your money back with the grading fees and the membership fees. So y'all been on for an hour and a half. Third go around. What I do, I take my coins to a coin shop that has they send their coins off to NGC. The coin shop owner used to work for NGC. She used to be a grader. So she gets her coins graded at a discount. So I go through her. I got the 2000 Cheerios penny graded as MS67. I got the coin for $6 and whatnot. Grading fees was $36, so I spent $42. And it comes back to MS67, which to them, they say it's worth $450. The last one sold for about $380. So if you take $380 minus the 42, let's say about 318, 319 something, I would profit if I was to sell it. So that's how you gotta look at it. The grading fees, membership fees. So if you sell one coin, you're going to do it one time. If it's let's say I would just do a round number, 150 to join. You sell one coin, it costs you $40 to get graded. It's $190. You really need to sell it at about $260 to clear. To at least clear your grading, your joining fee, your grading costs, shipping, to make 15 bucks. If you watch Blue Ridge Silverhound, he tells you if you sell on eBay for 40, 50 bucks, it's a lot easier than losing the money with grading fees and membership fees. Because you better be spot on with your grades. Yep, that is true. Now, coin shop owner I go to on weekends, back in the fall, he had 1911 Strong D, $2.50 gold piece, $11,000 coin. And somebody bought from him for 13,000. Another coin shop owner paid 13,000 for his gold coin collection. Yep. Especially if it's a 1909S VDB. And any of the rare coins, the low manages. I mean, the more modern ones you can verify yourself. But anything old, you want to get verified. That gives you your price. So look, guys, I'm going to stop this feed after 3 attempts or 4th attempt to get it going. I still understand why the mic was not working earlier. Rebooted the phone 3 times, got it to work. So y'all have a good evening. Remember to check both sides of the coins. You never know what you're going to find. You know, have a good evening and stay safe out there. I'm ending the session.